Here's the list. This is by far the best Togekiss variant I've ever played. Let's get into some games. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please be sure to like and sub to the channel. I really appreciate it. Decent start here with the Califf, but we are playing against, well, okay, it's not, what do you say? It isn't a Druddigon in the active spot, which is kind of like the big counter to Califf, because it does 10 damage. Califf becomes very bad into Druddigon plus Darkrai on the bench. He just gets wiped out way too fast. Yeah, I mean, not like a great hand for us. And going first stinks for sure. I think this just has to be a pass over. That communication has much higher odds to find me just another evolution piece than it does to actually find me a basic I want. So we'll just see what our next top deck is before we use that communication. We also don't really want to put down another basic because we have this Spiritomb in the active spot. That would just open up my opponent to be able to Cyrus like one Togepi on the bench next turn, and we don't really want that. Okay, so there's a Togetic and a Pokeball. I'm gonna communicate away the Dusclops in hopes that this gives me another basic before I use Pokeball. There's a Togepi. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, because we're gonna want to set up a couple of these guys for sure. Togepi and a Duskull. It's okay. It's okay. I do probably, like, I mean, I'm weak to Steel. Well, what I can do is I can... Either way, I'm 2 turns away from Togekiss attack. So I can Califf here, and then next turn I can go Togetic, Giant Cape on this, and then my opponent's not going to be able to Cyrus knock it out unless he finds Darkrai. He's going to need Darkrai plus Weavile plus Cyrus to pull that off. We get a Sabrina. Not great, but it's something thinned out of the deck. Rocky Helmet to the Spiritomb. Okay, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, we're probably just going to look to Sabrina once we finally get our Togekiss up and going. There's another Togepi. Okay, cool. I can no longer just swing here. I could even just go Giant Cape plus Sabrina and risk it on my opponent not having Darkrai plus Weavile. Just to keep this Califf alive. I guess I don't need to retreat into this to do the damage. It's not going to be too meaningful. I mean, it could be, right? I could go Togetic if I top deck Togekiss. Let's go Sabrina and just Spike Draw again, because I still don't quite have everything I need. But I feel like we're in a bit of a better position than where we were, 3 seconds ago. It does suck to lose a Gust like that, but now I do have this guy as potential Cyrus later on. He could always potion this 10 damage off, but my opponent might think that's too low value to go for. Let's see. Well, there's Weavile. He's not going to do it on the active one. Makes sense. But that means we're probably safe from the play we're fearing. Okay, so how much can this Weavile do to me in one turn? Just like 90, right? I think I should still be good to go Togetic. Hope I find Togekiss. You do hate to swing into this. You just missed the knockout on the Spiritomb. But it might be fine. Mythical Slab or Research first? That is the question. I have a lot of I have 1 Togetic, 2 Togekiss, a Dusclops, and a Dusknoir. 5 out of my 6 cards are Pokemon. Okay, Dusclops, cool. Cool, so we'll be able to get the Dusknoir online, too. Now we're just hoping for Togekiss. Somehow dodge Togekiss. That's kind of insane. Okay, so where to go from here? Do I just swing for the 40 on this one? I'm going to lose the Giant Cape one. And my opponent's going to be in a pretty good spot now. Oh, boy. Okay. So we... 3 of our bottom cards are Togekiss. Or 2 out of 3 are Togekiss. That's not right, man. That's not right. That shouldn't be happening. I feel like I had to anyways. I mean, it's pretty likely my opponent's able to get the knockout here. He would have still needed Darkrai to pull it off. Well, let's just see where this goes. Let's see. Potion on the Spiritomb is fine. Just another swirling disaster. Okay, hold on. So, Togekiss? Okay, alright, check this out. So, we are now able to just let this Dusknoir soak all of this damage. Yeah, let's let Dusknoir take everything here. Because no matter what, Dusknoir's like just a Cyrus away from getting knocked out. It doesn't truly matter. And that potion was wasted here. I've got Cyrus and Cynthia in hand. My opponent's going to have to Sabrina out, which he could send in but Togekiss has no damage on it. Yeah. All right. This is seeming decent now. Because my opponent's gonna have to Gust, or else if he sends up that Weavile, we do have the knockout in hand. We just go Cynthia and we take the prize, or we take our 2 and win the game. So my opponent's gonna have to Gust. If he Sabrinas, I can send up the Togetic, or should I send up the Dusknoir? I don't know. If my opponent's smart, he's not gonna show me Darkrai until after he uses a potential Sabrina. Rocky Helmet, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Just waiting on my opponent. If he doesn't have a way to reset this Togekiss and the damage I'm doing, I got the Cynthia in hand to just take it. I know my next top deck is... Oh, I don't know my next top. I have 2 cards left in deck. Just a Scratchy Nails. Okay, cool. No Gust, no Darkrai, no nothing. It was a Pokeball. That was the last card. Okay, now we just go Cynthia and we Overdrive Smash, and that's game. Nice. Yeah, Dusknoir are able to heal all of this, making it so this Togekiss will survive in the active spot. Got us there. Amazing. That's the power of Dusknoir. Opponent probably should have been much more aggressive to make things harder for us. But they played it slow with the Spiritomb and just let us kind of do whatever we wanted. Duskull's start is not fantastic for us, especially with the cards we have in hand. I don't know if this is going to be a Mistmagus build or if this is the Lake Trio. It's one of the two. Mistmagus does like to play the Azelf to let it, you know, open up some Cyrus plays for them. Well, let's find out, I guess. Okay, it is going to be Mistmagus. That's okay. We are... We're in a weird spot now, for sure. So, well, that makes it a little bit better. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to get rid of the Dusknoir. I just need this to be a Togepi, like this turn. Wow. I'm the GOAT. Okay. And Duskull's not going to retreat. And what's most likely going to happen is my opponent's going to start building up that damage on the Togepi. So I'm just going to attach the Duskull and at least, like, I can start swinging and getting some damage down. But I'm expecting a Psychic Arrow to my Togepi this turn. I'd be surprised if the damage went anywhere else. But what we can do to sort of counter that is we're going to go Togetic plus Giant Cape. And that's going to keep him out of range of a Mistmagus plus Cyrus next turn. There's Dusclops. I don't want to evolve into him this turn, because I do want to retreat out of him next turn. And it doesn't truly matter to me if he doesn't have the Cyrus plus Mistmagus play this turn. Like, either way, my Togekiss is going down in 2. I mean, it would not be the best. Psychic Arrow there. That's okay. Duskull is still Togekiss is still a 2-shot away. But if I'm able to find that Dusknoir again, I'll keep my Togekiss alive just a little bit longer. So we get to go Overdrive Smash, take our 1. No research played, no poke, nothing really good played. We're just kind of operating out of the cards we have. We're just in pure top deck mode with no thinning available to us. That Elf promotion looks like a no Mistmagus yet for my opponent. There's a Mew. That's okay. And attach the Mew. Okay, so we know we're safe this turn. If my opponent goes yeah, Cyrus on the Duskull. Dusclops, I mean. Not great for us. Not great. It's going to buy him another turn to find Mistmagus, but my Togekiss still won't go down once, if my opponent has another Cyrus, and we wasted a Cyrus, so that's also a good thing. So, from here, Pokeball, okay. We are just going to keep attaching to the Dusclops. We have no retreat in this deck, so this is kind of just what we can do. Pokeball at least thinned one extra card out of the deck. I'm not really worried about Mew genome hacking. It means the Mew can hit my Togekiss for 60, but I'm not really too afraid of that. I really just want the Dusknoir, so that I know once my Togekiss goes up, it's not gonna go down to one attack. Another Psychic Arrow. Research. Okay. Give us a couple more cards. Togetic. Okay, well, we have a second Togekiss line now. And we've, you know, we're in a spot right now where these are the 3 prizes available to my opponent. This is what my opponent has to go through to win. Now, I know this deck plays lots of Giovanni. It plays like 2 Giovanni. So if I go in with Togekiss here and swing, not only am I not taking a knockout on the Azelf, but I'm also setting myself up to just be Giovanni return KO'd. I don't think I have a problem with just waiting a little bit longer and hopefully setting up like second Togekiss on the bench or second Togekiss ready to go so he can attack the following turn. Let's see what is in store. Okay, my opponent might just go attack with Dusclops, or attack into Dusclops and knock that out. But then I'll still have double Togekiss to get through. Just one more 2-prizer. And I have the Cyrus in hand already. So I'm feeling decently optimistic about this one. I know the Confusion's going to come in and do Confusion things, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we have the full second Togekiss line in hand. It's still going to be difficult. There, one turn too late, man. One turn too late. Yeah, that's what you expect. All right, Overdrive Smash. I could even just, which I think I will do. I think I'm gonna tank this 70, and I'm gonna retreat this Togekiss to the bench. I'm not gonna try to attack through Confusion because I just need to attack this Mistmagus 2 more times. That's all I got to do. Sabrina, sure, reset the damage, it's fine. I was going to do that anyway. I now get to keep my energy attachment, which doesn't really matter. Togetic's going to go down, but the Confusion's going to get replaced once I evolve into Togekiss. If my opponent lets me attack into this Mistmagus one more time, I win. Okay. I'm fairly certain I just win here. I don't think there's any world where my opponent has enough. I could even top deck Cynthia. I top deck Cynthia and I win. Nice. And we just go Cynthia, that's it. That's the game. Doing 110 damage now with Overdrive Smash. Fantastic. All right. We had to do, you know, we had to think a little bit there. Think very carefully about when we were sending up attackers, but we got there. Opponent was not able to overcome the Togekiss. Dual Togekiss, super hard to deal with. Quite the hand we've got here going second. We already have the Giant Cape, which is good. I mean, we'll just hold and see if... what's gonna happen? Okay, thank you. I love seeing a turn when Misty go bad. Okay. I don't love the Rocky Helmet there. You're Palkia, bro. You need Giant Cape. What are you doing? You need Giant Cape in your deck. The Rocky Helmet does not do much for you in many matchups. It means I can't poke you for 20 now, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. All right, so we'll just go attach there and pass it over. I'm not looking to get slash return KO'd. And hopefully next turn we'll find our other basics. Alright, well, our opponent going research means we're definitely just getting slashed here, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. I hate taking these hits. Okay, there's another Pokeball. I'm fine with just going research and then I'll Pokeball after. Hopefully find some more basics. Togepi and Cynthia. Cool, cool, cool. All right, because I would really like to start getting the Dusknoir online. But we get Sigilyph. All right. It happens. It happens. So we can bench Togepi there. Does it make more sense to go into Sigilyph and start drawing and try to set up the double? Like, just set up all of our junk we want? I don't know. Let me see here. If I evolve here, I'll go down to 20 HP. This Togekiss will have 80 left. When I attack into him, then I'll have 60. He'll be able to slash. Then I'll be able to potentially return, knock him out. And I don't think he'll get to the Dimensional Storm fast enough. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. Our second Togetic is going to be the one that gets the cape, I believe. I'll just have to see how this shakes out. Well, my opponent might be able to go Leaf plus retreat into Articuno and swing for 80. Which would be enough. This Rocky Helmet, man. Just like, what are we doing? We don't play Rocky Helmet, bro. No one plays this. Get this out of my lobby. Rocky Helmet Palkia, man. Okay. It's fine. We can overcome this. We can overcome this. I'm going to need some different things, though. Okay, so how much HP do I go up to now? 80? All right. So I can go Sabrina. Because I cannot attack into this thing. I can't. I can go Sabrina plus Giant Cape. And that way Togekiss is going to survive one more turn. And hopefully be able to launch a 120 Overdrive Smash. But then next turn after this... Yeah, we're out of research. Let's see what he's going to do. He doesn't know I have Cape. Maybe he gives me Manaphy. Oh! Hold on, hold on. Okay, in that case... I think it's just bench Sigilyph. Because if I get Sabrina here... Does this deck really play Sabrina? Like, this is a Cyrus deck. This is not a Sabrina deck. But my opponent's already being not normal and playing Rocky Helmet. But just in case... I mean, my opponent might have no way to get this Togekiss out of the active spot. And their only hope to not lose next turn is hitting one heads on a Misty. But if he can't do that, here comes Articuno, which I'm fine with seeing. But again, if it's a Sabrina build, then there's not really much I can do here. I'm just going to send up the Sigilyph to get hit by the Blizzard. And then Togekiss is going to go active again, swing into it. And we're going to hope for a Togetic off the top. There's Giant Cape. It still doesn't let him survive a Cynthia Overdrive Smash. Looks like he must just be playing a 1-1 split then. Articuno, just a Blizzard. We got it. We got the Cynthia in hand already. That's it. That's it. Not showing him the Giant Cape, not letting him know that I could survive an attack from Articuno next turn, I think is why he sent up the Manaphy. I think so. Overdrive Smash 170. Clean game. Clean game. Was a little bit weird with that Rocky Helmet, but luckily we top decked that Sabrina, got around it, had the Giant Cape. All right. Just good all around, man. Good all around. Good, clean fun. This isn't too bad for us. The age-old question, do you research or Mythical Slap first? How many Pokemon am I playing? I'm playing 10 Psychic Pokemon, and I have 2 here, so I have 8 left. There are more Psychic Pokemon in my deck than not, so I Mythical Slap first. Look at that. Look at that. To me, that makes sense. Okay, so if I hadn't, I would have gotten Sabrina. Now, like, not in the best spot, but it is a Celebi. So, what I have to be concerned of is getting Powerful Bloom double heads next turn. Not this turn, but my opponent's next turn. Other than that, we're chilling kind of where we are. We have the Togetic. We if we can just avoid that, well, the Exeggutor makes things weird too. I was honestly just hoping to not see the Execute hit the bench, because that guy scares me more. It is much easier for an Exeggutor to hit 1 hedge than it is for a Celby to hit 2. Yep, so it's just going to be the attach. Okay. There's Togekiss too, man. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to send back the Dusknoir. I'm just hoping that this finds me another Togepi, to be honest. There's second Togepi, so at least if this one gets knocked out, like, we might have some sort of backup plan here. Do I even, like... is there a reason to Sabrina? If I feel like it's better for this Togepi. But I don't want... Oh, man. I just don't know. My opponent only has 2 cards in hand. This doesn't feel good. But, like, letting the Celebi just kind of unanswered ramp in front of us. Only has 2 cards in hand. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. If he puts up Execute, I'm sad and I regret it. If he puts up Snivy, I'm happy. Snivy. Okay. That I'm fine with, because at least I'm demanding an X speed or a Leaf from my opponent to come in with Celebi or to come in with Exeggutor, whatever. I'm much happier about that. And hopefully, what I'm hoping, ideal situation is in that 2-card hand, there was no form of retreat. And I am now wasting an attachment for my opponent. Because I can't really allow this guy to scale like he wants to. Okay, okay. All right, worked out for us. So we go Pokeball now, thin a card out. And it's just going to be about finding second Togekiss, really. Let's evolve there. Obviously, I'm in danger of getting knocked out next turn, but, you know, is it going to happen? Is it not? Who knows? It's Pokemon TCG Pocket. But I'm feeling decent going into this. If this was a Cynthia instead, we would just be, like, huge chilling, because we could just knock out this Celebi in return. I'm not worried about a Superior, luckily. My opponent's been sort of drawing slow, as in he hasn't found his, you know, his stage 2 yet. But as long as we can just avoid 3 heads here, Togekiss is going to fire off 120, and that's pretty good. So let's see. Just show me 1 Tails. 1 Tails. 1! Okay. Oh my gosh, game. Like, we can't be doing that to me. You're stressing me out, man. Stressing me out for what? Alright, there's Duskull. I still don't love the position we're in now, though. Because my opponent is probably just going to retreat into Exeggutor. And if he has, like, Erica, I'm not going to be able to just, you know, Cyrus the Celebi back out and take the knockout. Him finding space for the Giant Cape is kind of crazy in this deck. You're already playing a stage 1, a stage 2, and then your basic. That's so many card slots that just aren't good cards. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. No Erica. No Erica. I got the Cyrus in hand. If there's no potion here, that Celebi's gone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold. Nothing. Nothing. I just get to take him. All right. I don't even need second Togekiss. I just poke for 40 with Fairy Wind. And that's that. Nice. Okay. My opponent probably, you know, compromised on some consistency by getting tools in here, I would assume. Like, I can't imagine potions made the cut if you're playing Giant Capes. Maybe they did. I mean, there's just so many Pokemon. Look how many Pokemon this is, dude. But that's it. All right. Nice, dude. This is pretty good for us. So this is probably some sort of quick steel type deck. It might even just be Skarmory Magnezone. Either way, what we're happy about here is the fact that my opponent has started Heatran. That 3 retreat cost is pretty tough to overcome. We have 2. I think it's still better than Mythical Slab. We have more Psychic Pokemon in deck than not. We get Dusclops. Okay, so we're looking to set up the Dusknoir fairly quickly. Obviously not really who we want. Okay. 2 out of 3 times this finds us a Togepi. Why would it? Okay. So in that case, we'll just attach there. And I know my opponent can't attack this turn unless he's playing some, like, Leaf X-Speed build. But from what I've seen, it depends on the variant. If this is Magnezone, I've seen them go without any sort of switching cards. They just, they just hope that they don't start Heatran in the active spot. And if they do, then it is what it is. Which is just great for us, because it means we get to set up even faster. There's Skarmory. All right, still no real tell. I don't want to attack into this Heatran. Togepi, please? Oh, what are we doing? Okay, well, now I mean, I have to, right? I gotta get this Duskull out of here. I do want to evolve into Dusclops, but I'm afraid of a Sabrina sticking him in the active spot. I mean, I just gotta draw cards. No matter what, my opponent can't Leaf and Giovanni next turn, so, like, Sigilyph is surviving. He could Sabrina up Duskull, but then he's still surviving. I don't see a reason to evolve into Dusclops right now. There's a communication. Okay. So we'll get to put one of these Togetics back and hope for a Togepi. Our opponent's got a slow start, but we also have hit, like, nothing that we truly want. We gotta okay, so there's the Sabrina. I'm glad I played it the way I did. I now am able to retreat the Duskull, but I'm still, like, not thrilled about it because we just top deck Dusknoir. It makes the finding Togepi odds better, right? I have 1 Togekiss. It's either 1 Togekiss or 1 of 2 Togepis. Okay, there's Togepi. If I retreat back into Togekiss or into Sigilyph, I waste my attachment and I'm not close to getting this guy set up. This is tough. This is tough for sure. But, like, Dusknoir is feels so important in this. Should I just go? Yeah, I should. I didn't even see. I'm gonna be honest. I did not see the Sabrina in there. Too many cards. Yeah, let's Sabrina the Skarmory up. And attach the Duskull. We will retreat. I'll evolve. Well, the Dusknoir only matters at the same time that we have Togekiss, right? Maybe? Kinda? I'm hoping that this sticks him for another turn. It doesn't seem like he has a retreat. Maybe he does. If he goes Sabrina, if he goes Sabrina, no matter what, I think I give up the Dusknoir anyways. So should I? Yeah, alright. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Could be punished for this, but I don't really have the time to be wasting attachments anymore. I kind of just have to start loading up this Togepi. And there's Pokeball, so we can look to set up double Togetic. I'm just hoping for an attach and swing into Sigilyph, to be honest. I don't care about this Sigilyph anymore. I know I'm not getting... Well, I could be getting knocked out. I'm not getting knocked out, though. Alright, nice. Okay. So we can start setting the guys up. Second Togetic, jeez, is good too. So we'll evolve here. Patch there. This guy doesn't knock me out. Well, he does knock me out. No, if I giant cape, I go up to 160. If I swing in a Rocky Helmet, I go down to 140. Doesn't get the knockout, but if he has Giovanni, he would. Am I really gonna have to Cynthia a Skarmory? I have an idea, but it sucks. It sucks to do. So I'm not gonna do it. I would love if this had been a giant cape and not a Rocky Helmet. My opponent was just able to find both Rocky Helmets. It is what it is. I could have like Spike Drawed and then Togekiss gets the knockout next turn, but I think we just gotta pass. We just gotta pass. I'm too afraid of like Giovanni on Togekiss, because what we could have done, or even just Heatran swing. What we could have done was swing, send up Togekiss, let him eat the hits, use Dusknoir, take all that damage back. But again, I'm afraid of Giovanni's. I'm afraid of him just retreating. That, like, almost helps, but not quite. We go here, we go here, we go here, we go here. We just play down everything. All right, so what's going to be more valuable? Should I Cynthia this turn? I mean, what I could do is just not play the Cynthia overdrive. No, I mean, I'm going to be knocking out, like... But I might need the Cynthia on this Heatran if this Togekiss gets knocked out. Okay. Little bit weird what I'm doing here. I'm going to overdrive smash. If my opponent has Giovanni, it is still just cooked, right? Because my opponent's going to do 120. Yeah, he's going to have the knockout. Weakness is not great for us here. But I'm hopeful that it's just an attack with this Skarmory into Togekiss, or even just a retreat into Heatran. No matter what, that Heatran is going down next turn. I'm taking out that Heatran. I'm using Cyrus on it. That's like the biggest threat here. I'm fine with Skarmory's just poking into me. There's Heatran. There's got to be a Giovanni to go with it, right? Sabrina! Okay. So... do I care about losing Togekiss here? I mean, if I send up Dusknoir... Oh, but there's an option for a really cool play here. Wait, wait, but I have Togekiss confirmed. Okay, hold on. Is this right? Hold on, wait, is this right? Oh, I'm not going to be able to get through all of these guys like this. Nope. This was a cool play, but I'm not going to be able to get through everyone. Not with those Rocky Helmets around. Okay, so... dang it, man. This had potential to be, like, the sickest play ever. But I was feeling pressured by the time. Maybe it still works out for us. But here's what I was going to do, right? You Shadow Void. You take that damage back. You knock out the Dusknoir. And then... you get to send up this. I feel like either way it would have worked out kind of like this anyways. Like if I sent up Togekiss, he was just going down. Okay, so how do we want to play this? We could go... what does my opponent use? Double Sabrina? If I attack into this and knock it out, he comes up, he does 60. Knocks... or does 70. Oh, man, these Rocky Helmets, man. These Rocky Helmets are scamming me, like, just plain and simple. I think this is, like, all I can do. I gotta get this Heatran out of here. It's doing too much damage every turn. Is it just gonna be hope there's no Cyrus? Yeah, I would have had it if it wasn't for just one Rocky Helmet. All of that for my opponent not to return. Maybe that meant there was no Cyrus in hand. I don't know why you would leave if the game was yours.